Hey everyone, today is July the 13th, 2013, and I am now halfway finished with training. That is insane. I can't believe I'm halfway done now. Today we pretty much were back to our normal schedule. So in the morning I got up at 6 as usual and let her out and fed her and let her out again. And then I had breakfast. By myself, like, without her. I didn't bring Glenna with me. And after breakfast, we went to where we train, for the most part. And we had our morning route, which was the same for me. My group had the same route that we had been doing, since we got here. And it went pretty well. Still need to be more on top of her because she's getting distracted because she thinks she can get away with it. And I'm getting better, but I don't like to get on to her if she's not actually distracted. But they would rather you get on to her first and then figure out what the problem was later if there was one. So I struggle with that, but I know it's important and I know why they do it. So I still need to work on that. But other than that, it went well. I mean, they said we looked like a good team. I need to be more on top of her. We had lunch after that, which was really good. It was one of my favorites, macaroni and cheese. And then after lunch we had an afternoon route, which was like the same at the beginning and the end, but different in the middle. For the most part it went pretty well, but the supervisor actually got in one of the vans and pretended to be an insanely crazy driver who wasn't paying any attention. So I thought I had almost got run over a couple times, but after the second time, my instructor told me that it was the supervisor. So I wasn't like freaking out as much after that, but it still startled me because I wasn't expecting it. But I'm glad they did it because it could happen at any time and you just don't know. You can't predict it and you can't control it, so they did that to see how well the dogs and handlers would react. And after the first time, I think we did pretty good. The first time, the supervisor pulled in front of us, like we were walking across the street and they came in front of us, like they had run the light or whatever. And she stopped for a second and then she tried to take me around the car, so we had to correct her for that. And then the second time they started coming toward us and she went flying backward, and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Then of course I saw the car, but I mean, I couldn't react fast enough. Probably would have died if it was not the supervisor who knew what he was doing. But then after that, I was told that it was the supervisor, and so the third time it went a lot smoother. Because I knew it was gonna or I figured it would happen again, and it did, but it went a lot better. But other than that, the route went pretty well because of that, she was more alert and I was more on top of her, so to make sure she was paying attention. So other than almost having a couple heart attacks, it went really well. Then we came back to the school. We got back a little bit late, I think. And we got back and I fed Glenna and I let her out. And then we had dinner, and then after dinner was lecture, which we had our first going home lecture tonight, talking about meeting family and the trip home and that kind of stuff, just the introduction to that kind of stuff. And now we're just hanging out to until time to let her out in a couple minutes. Actually about 2 minutes. So yeah, that was the crazy day. We also had interviews for the bios for the website, which was really cool. Should be interesting what they write about me, but quiet voiceover. But that should be interesting. And tomorrow the only responsibilities we have is feed, water, and park, which, you know, happens at the same time, or like one with the other, whatever. And long line play, which I don't mind at all. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I have family coming tomorrow, and I'm so excited about that. I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome. And then this whole week coming up is gonna be insane, but I just remind myself that by this time next week I will technically be a graduate of the school. So that is very exciting. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.